Hello, everyone, and welcome. You guys are listening to the QuestBros, and this is our podcast called Side Quest.
I like how you hesitated.
Yes, because I had to think about what I was saying. Again, with me, as always, or at least 80 to 90% of the time, we have Daniel. We have Matthew. And we have Bree.
Hi.
And coming from upstate, we have Jarod and Felipe. Boys, say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Felipe, hello. Did I do it right? Did I say hello right?
I do a good job. So yeah, this is our this is our podcast. Usually we do it in my basement or just other locations, but we're like, hey, let's just do it on the radio. We got some microphones, we got some cool stuff. I like this. This is a nice change of pace. The only thing is we can only have 4 people in here at a time, so unless someone's calling in.
We can't cut the awkward silence, so we have to fill it in with the cricket noises.
Well, yeah, that's true. But then also, I'll get the recordings of these and I'll edit them and put them on the YouTube.
No,
so anyone that is not listening live,
something.
Matthew just likes to talk over me.
I do. See, I'm more important.
So yeah, if you are listening to this live, you can, of course, listen on your radio, but unless you're in the car and you're within a mile, that's pretty much the only way you can hear this. So, George, if you're out there, and Spencer, if you're out there listening, thanks.
I like how you completely overlooked 2 other members of the group.
Spencer and George?
No. Dalton and Joy.
Oh, yeah, Dalton and Joy, yeah.
You mean the 2 people who can never come to anything?
The married couple?
Yeah, the married couple. And who
I invite them to things.
They never come. That's weird. That's their fault.
Because he didn't even respond. But then again, neither did Spencer or any of you guys. When I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing on dinner for my birthday. You guys want to come?" And no one responded.
I never got that message.
Okay.
I never got a text.
That's okay. Because I figured I was like, "No, this is gonna be too much of a hassle. Let's just do this." I'm not trying to shame you guys.
I actually had to work.
Isn't it Dalton's birthday?
last night.
Oh yeah, it is Dalton's birthday today.
Who cares?
Yay, happy birthday!
Anthony, your face went from
happy.
straight up smiling to straight up I don't know. This is awkward now.
Yeah. No, I sent him a text at midnight this morning and said happy birthday.
And he did nothing.
No, he responded right away.
But he didn't respond when it was yours.
He sent me a happy birthday text. So yeah.
I was the first one.
Yeah. Bree was the first one.
I absolutely hate getting gifts from people for Christmas, for my birthday, because then I feel obligated to get them a gift on their birthday, which is a huge hassle for me, because then I have to remember when their birthday is, which I have a hard time remembering my own birthday. Don't make me remember yours. It's like, oh shit, today's June 2nd. My birthday was 2 days ago. It was like, oops. It was like, I have a hard time remembering my own. Don't make me remember yours. And then on top of that, now I need to get you a gift. And it was like, also, never get me a gift card. I've gotten 3 gift cards, which, when I went to use them, zeroed out.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why.
Oh. Well, what kind of gift cards?
2 were to Walmart, and 1 was to GameStop.
What if someone gets you those Visa gift cards that just go anywhere? That's like a credit card.
I use all the money on them and throw them away.
Yeah, so isn't that a fine gift? Is that a good gift then?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Give me the money. Because
I always ask for those because then I can buy stuff online more easily.
So I don't use my. I got my Walmart gift card on December for Christmas. On Christmas Eve, and turn around and I use it March 13th, and it's zeroed out. It was like, okay, cool.
Oh, because it probably expires.
Yeah, but a gift and it shouldn't, because gift cards don't expire until after 6 months to a year. So
that's weird.
Honestly, most of them shouldn't. If you're putting money on them, I worked at Walgreens. I know things.
I know things.
They shouldn't.
I know they shouldn't, but it's still a garbage gift. It's because if I don't use this within a certain time, they will expire.
Yeah.
So it's just give me money. If you're just gonna give me a gift card, give me money. I don't know why it's so taboo to give someone money, but a gift card's all right. It's like you're giving them the same thing, except one is more restricting to where you can have your purchases. It's like, you give me a gift card to Chili's, I'm never going to go to Chili's. I hate Chili's. I was like, screw that. You give me $20 though, I'll spend the $20 on like Culver's or Murph's. I was like, awesome.
Well, I feel like the gift cards are so it makes it seem a little more personal. Like, hopefully the person knows you well enough to buy you a gift card for somewhere you'd actually go.
Yeah, like Walmart. Yeah, okay.
Or
I
like,
mean, you can't go wrong with Walmart.
You absolutely can.
That's true. A lot of things wrong can happen at Walmart.
Which,
weirdest thing you've ever seen at Walmart? Go.
oh god.
I don't
You
go
gotta
to
give
Walmart.
You gotta give us a time to like think about that.
Sam's Club?
Weirdest thing I've
Outside
seen
of
at Sam's
myself,
Club.
I can't think of anything.
That's not myself.
Okay, how about this? Weirdest thing you've ever seen at a retail store of some sort? Like shopping.
I think it would be Walmart, but I think there was this heavy-set girl who had like very thin or no hair on top of her head, but the very tips of her hair were like colored, and the other parts of her hair were white. And then she was wearing like a belly shirt, and then all of her everything was just spilling over, and you couldn't even
Oh my
see the
God.
shorts that she was wearing.
Like she didn't even need to because it
It's like-
covered everything.
Yeah, but it was also like you can tell that something that she's wearing is pinching her really tightly because it went up and then it just like went in. Like, I was like, it
And it was
literally
never seen again.
It literally looks like Patrick Starr tried to fit into like that like shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like SpongeBob's shorts, and then he like spews out of them. That's literally what it looked like, and it was
no.
absolutely terrible. And it was one of those things that you like looked, you double looked, and then you couldn't stop looking because you're like,
It's like a car accident.
how exactly? It was like a car accident. And I was like, how did that even what?
We're just flabbergasted.
It was gross. Absolutely terrible.
I remember at Walmart once I saw a furry.
What?
Oh, God.
Yeah. It was very,
Oh, God.
it was very disturbing.
I would say that, but actually, I didn't see
That's furry.
I didn't see a furry. I saw a brony.
A brony?
What's that?
You know what a brony is?
A brony is someone, for all those people who don't know. Well, first off, a furry is someone who wears like animal costumes, if anybody doesn't know. And a brony is someone who's usually a guy who's very obsessed with My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
I did know what that was.
like a grown man. And then
Yeah.
the girls are called Pegasisters.
Yeah.
That's
And
super weird.
I don't know if it was.
I've looked up so many cringe videos.
I
about
don't
this 'cause
know.
It's so funny.
I don't know if it was a brony or a Pegasister because they were wearing a full zipped up suit of a My Little Pony character walking around. Guess
What?
where?
Walmart.
Incorrect. My campus
Ooh.
What?
at college.
Oh my God.
I was like, "Ugh, that person
Be
got it.
gone!
I was like, okay, you need to leave.
So, having worked at a 24-hour Walgreens, I've seen some strange things.
Like the old men we talked about.
Yes, like that in the previous podcast. But right now, the weirdest thing I can think of
Plug-in.
is there was this lady once who like was just freaking out and like ran into the store.
Your story's already not as good because it's not an old
I'm
man.
sorry, but she was freaking out. She runs into the store and she's sitting there like going, my baby, like I need help. Someone needs to help me. And like, I'm looking around. I'm like, where's the baby? Like, what's wrong with the baby?
She's giving birth.
There's baby nowhere in sight, and she's like, I need to find this thing, and like says some name of something, and I'm like, okay, that's probably over here, and she's like sprinting down the aisles, and I'm like, why are we running? I don't know what's so important. Like, I don't even see a child, and she's like, my baby's hurt, and I need this to help them, and like she like grabbed it and like sprinted back and like paid for it and like ran out of there, and I'm like, wait, if your child was that hurt, shouldn't you be going to, like, the hospital or something? Mm-hmm. And, like, is your child sitting in the car by themselves? Like, what's happening right now?
I like the idea that if anybody freaks out enough, that you instantly will just be like, I'll freak out with you! How can I help you?
I was just trying to help her, and she was, like, in such a rush, and, like, I had such a sense of urgency. I was like, okay, we'll find it. We'll get you out of here. Like, let's go. But then afterwards, I was like, what just happened? Like,
That reminds me. I don't know if I told this before. I don't remember exactly where me and my girlfriend were going, but we turned onto the street near my house, and instantly, like 20 feet in front of me, a car swerved over and hit a car that was parked on the street right in front of me. And I slammed on my brakes, parked my car, and jumped out of the car and went over to help them. And I was like, stop the car. I was like, stop. And he was like, get out of the car, make sure everyone's okay. And my girlfriend goes, I blinked, and before I knew it, the car was stopped. It was parked, and you were already over there helping the people out. And I was like, yeah. She was like super confused.
Yeah, I'm just that way.
Like, yeah, I'm just that cool. But I was like, but you'd like, that there's just something like some people are just like made to like calm down a situation and keep, smooth throughout the whole thing. That car accident happened. And the part that really freaked me out, I think I did tell this, was that a girl like jumped out of the car after it hit. So all of a sudden you see a little girl running across the street, and
What do you mean by little?
like 7.
Oh
my God.
And she was running across the street, and I thought that's why the car swerved. No, the girl was in the car. So she jumped out of the car and ran across, and from my point of view, it looked like she was walking across the street, and that's why the car hit. But it was like, the mom was trying like back up, and she spoke broken English. She was like, mixing like, I don't know what happened, and then she started speaking a bunch of Spanish. And I was like, lady, relax. And then like the mortician, because there's a morgue near my house, came out and was like, hey, just stop the car. It was like, because the lady tried to drive off. I was like,
wow.
First off, you should have stayed in the car. Like when you crashed into the other car, you shouldn't have reversed out of the car, because if your car crushed the legs of your son who was sitting in the passenger seat, if you reversed out, it would have depressurized all his legs and he would have bled out right there. Mm-hmm. So you should have stayed there. You could have killed your son right then and there if the car crushed in onto him. Thank God he was also like 10 or something. He's
his legs didn't reach.
He's very tall, very small, but he literally was probably like a fist away from being crushed.
Yeah.
Wait,
when I went over.
10-year-old in the front seat.
Yeah, I sat in the front seat when I was 10.
It depends how much you weigh / your height.
Oh no, he did not qualify.
He wasn't supposed to be in the
I
front
wasn't allowed
There's
to
no
sit in the
way.
front seat till I was 15.
But then again, the mother was also like 5'4", so
Yeah.
he has the small jeans.
Something I see at Sam's Club very often is like these short women, like no taller than 5.5 feet, driving giant ass trucks.
That's something too. They do that, and
you
it's
look
so
at them,
weird.
and their eyes barely go above the steering wheel.
Oh, I've seen that. I'm like,
It's great.
You should not be driving.
No, you should not be driving that big truck.
I can barely see out of my station wagon.
There was once I was in Massachusetts, and we're driving, and so there's a driving lane and a parking lane, and sometimes there's a little bit of room in between. Usually a person on a bike can go through. So we're driving. It's very busy. It's like in the middle of downtown. Matt's on his phone. So we're driving. There's the parking cars parked, and us driving. This one like normal sized car tries squeezing through. In between the parking lane and the driving lane, and he gets passed through a little bit, and then like a car that's parked, he runs and it just shatters their rearview mirror, like it literally almost explodes. And then at that point, he just drove even faster and kept going. And I was like, "Oh my god, what just happened?" Luckily, I wasn't like driving or anything, so like we kind of were able to do stuff like record it.
Man!
But especially when you're in a state that you're not 100% familiar with, like I don't know what I'm doing or what to do right now.
Yeah. I experienced probably we're all starting to go back to college because we all do that because we're all smart and awesome people, and everybody who isn't going to college and listening to this, you should definitely go to college. It's not a complete waste of time. Hashtag lying your ass off. But driving home, driving there, shit ton of construction. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I literally every day I try to go to college now. I've had to find 6 new ways to go to college because every single way I start to it constantly starts changing. But on my way back, I always take kind of the same way. And believe this or not, I got cut off by a semi-truck with a thing on it. Like the whole, like...
The trailer?
Backup. Trailer,
The whole trailer?
I was like, I didn't even know you could go above, like, 60 miles per hour. He's going 80 and cut me off to get on the exit.
Great.
And I was like, awesome. So I can say I've had to deal with every single situation while driving now. Crash, getting cut off by all sorts of things. The thing that bothers me the most, though, is when I try to find parking. Because bikes park. And they park in the weirdest ways. And it's like, you take up the whole, like, car thing. And it's like, that's fine and all. But it's like, on top of that, though, they also will, like, try to shimmy their way through. Like, if people parked just far enough apart so they can put their bikes in. And I was like, that's not okay.
No.
I was like, why are you putting your bike in between two cars?
How are they going to open their doors?
Exactly. Like, nobody thinks about, like, okay, you got to give a little car some, like, door room, right? Door room. That's a thing.
And it's even more awkward when you're, like, trying to find a space and you see an empty one and you're like, oh, finally, and you try to turn in and there's a bike there. It's like, no! No!
I feel you, Jared.
She's the only one who feels you.
Okay.
Cut
Or
that out.
actually,
So, side note, when
That's
I
not
went to
even what I
school
meant.
here last year, I had parked my car on, like, the side of the road, and
You monster.
while I was in class, someone drove past and knocked the mirror off the side of my car.
Serves you right.
Well, there's okay. Side note, there's not that much parking here. Like,
There
sorry, there isn't. It's like a known fact. There's not a lot of parking.
It's a
here.
known fact for almost every single university that they always have a parking shortage.
Especially for commuters.
Actually, my school is pretty good on that.
That's good.
Shut
You
up,
also go to school in the city.
Do they have like a
Don't you?
structure
No,
there?
wait,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like
Oh.
a 3-story parking garage. It's never filled entirely. Though the first and second story always get filled
Full.
by noon.
Yeah.
But at
Third-
least you know you have somewhere to park, so you'll get to
Exactly.
class, you know?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm like hit or miss here. I have to get, my class starts at like 10:40. I get here at 9 o'clock every morning just to get a parking spot.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I leave a half an hour before my class starts. Because we have parking almost always, but it's just like sometimes you park like 5 minutes away from your class and it's like, now I'm going to be late. That
You
sucks.
guys are funny. I gotta leave an hour and 30 minutes before my first class.
Yeah, because you have to go through the highway.
Yes, it's a beat rush hour. And there's that construction at the that interchange. Slows everything down.
Am I the only one who lives on campus right now in this room?
I think
Besides
so.
the two ones on the phone. who are currently
Besides the
Currently,
other
yeah.
two people who are
Calling from campus.
calling from
calling
their
from
campus.
Their campus. Okay.
Yeah. Because we're not losers.
Hey, I wake up like 10 minutes before I have to go to class. Well, a little more than that, like 30 minutes, but then I just like roll out of bed and walk over there.
Same. Well, I don't walk to my campus, but
I wake up at 7 every morning, and I have a class that starts at like 11:45, and I'm just like, screw it, I'll have time to goof off.
why? Why even do that?
So he has time to goof off.
I do it on Wednesdays.
goof off.
Yeah.
Because then I have enough time to work on like my other drawings or like my novel. And
You know, the things that don't matter.
Yeah, Jared, if you have any vlogs, you should, or if you don't, you should do some vlogs and send them in so I can put them up.
Oh yeah, I was planning on doing one later this week.
Sick.
No, healthy.
No, we're cutting you off of your vlog privileges after one vlog.
After you get one vlog that's an update and no more.
So, how many people are even listening to this right now?
Who cares?
We
don't
actually
know.
don't have a way to check
Yeah,
it.
we don't have a way to check. I know that the one radio station I listen to in the morning, they always assume that there's only 3 people are listening. They get like hundreds of texts in whenever they ask for a text.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I gave it to like some of my family members. I was like, hey, come check us out. Come listen to this. We take anything we can get.
Unfortunately, my
Shameless.
parents don't really watch our content.
Yeah, it's okay.
For all we know, we're the only ones listening right now.
It might be. I mean,
kidding.
every once in a while, people go past the studio, and when you pass the studio, like, what we're saying, you can
Yeah.
hear it. So, like, people maybe hear that until we get a crowd outside the radio.
I'll look out the window. Let's see. Sorry.
There's actually 40 people outside
Holy
waiting
crap,
for
there
our
actually
autograph.
is.
Oh,
They have
man.
signs, guys.
Yeah, they have signs.
Say hi.
Yeah, Jared, fans for the out there. Jared says hi. Do you guys want to hear more of Jared?
It's weird because they're all like 5 years old. Man, they really shouldn't be listening to our podcast.
Well, the only reason we can swear is because supposedly after 10 o'clock, all children are asleep. That's
know-
what it says on
Yeah.
the official like law website for.
Don't they know that I swear so much? Why are there so many? All 40 of them are like 6.
5-year-olds there, or are you fucking with us?
No, we're swearing with you. There's no
Sorry,
one here.
Jared.
Well, there is like, ow.
You just hit yourself in the face with a mic.
Yeah.
Cut that. Cut that.
This is ASMR with the QuestBros.
For those of you who don't know, we recently went to a Renaissance fair near us, and Matt openly smacked me with a glove. That was me to a duel. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to fight you. But then I started thinking, it's like, shit, how am I supposed to prove myself as a swordsman? So, as a gentleman, I slapped him back with a glove and saying, I'm going to fight you.
But we can't fight each other because we're a state away.
Yeah, we could try and long distance fight each other. We could get, like, Nidhogg.
I don't think
that.
it works like that.
Fair enough. No, I also said, though, I was hardcore on the disses when it came to you trying to fight him.
Oh yeah, Dan was like throwing shade. He was like, "Dude, be a man." And I
Come
was
on,
like,
I was throwing
"Damn."
tint.
Shut up.
Get right.
Someone threw so many gauntlets at me. It was like, ow, please stop, it hurts.
Oh, I can't even remember what I said. I said something like, I was like, it's okay, we all know you'd lose anyways because you're a shit swordsman, and look at Matthew, he's a giant. He'd crush you.
Nah.
Matt's a stick bug.
Yeah.
Disgust.
I'm just a stick bug.
Hey, even stick bugs got moves.
They
Actually,
can defend for themselves.
it wasn't a stick bug, but I found a praying mantis on top of my car one night.
Congratulations.
Random story.
Congratulations, tell us about how you passed out at work.
Wait, we're going into that now?
I guess so.
I guess so.
Okay.
I
Okay.
also have a story from work.
Oh yeah, Jared, you tell your story.
Yeah, so for those who are unaware, I worked at the front desk of our freshman dormitory last year.
Interesting.
And yes, I pronounced it as dormitory instead of dorm because I'm weird.
I'm a loser.
Anyway, so we were told, like, as a precaution, that people may come down in like towels because their roommates locked them out while they were taking showers.
Hot.
And for the longest time, I never had that happen to me until like second semester. 2 girls come down, one in a towel, the other her hair wet, and she's like, "Hi, we have a bit of a problem." And I'm like, "I got you. Just give me your last name, and I'll figure this out."
What was the problem?
Well, obviously they got locked out of their room because they took showers and their roommate locked them out.
Did you get any? Be like, oh, you gotta show me.
Answer the important questions
Gentlemen,
first.
sir.
I'm a gentleman.
Well, a gentleman would have invited them to dinner and asked them if they wanted anything first, then helped them for the
night
room.
shift. I had to close at midnight.
Yeah, and then at 1 o'clock you take them to dinner.
That would be breakfast.
Fourth meal.
Fourth meal.
But,
Everyone has 4 meals a day. You know that.
yeah, well, I'm not a hobbit, but I could eat like one.
Jeez.
Second breakfast.
See, okay, nerd moment. That was something we were talking about. So, a lot of us play D&D.
Not
Well,
I want to. Like, we really need to do this. And
I have it every Wednesday and Friday at my house.
we have to do like a QuestBros one where we like.
I know we do. Absolutely.
And then when we can record that as well.
Absolutely. But
And somebody can animate it.
we were talking about longbows are like 6 feet tall. They're huge. Like the English longbow is absolutely massive. And elves in D&D are very short compared to humans. I think the tallest elf in D&D can be 5'6" at most.
Jesus Christ.
But in third, fourth, and fifth edition, they can be a max of 6 feet at most, where the average human starts out at 6 feet. So, we looked it up though, and an elven longbow is even longer than an English bow. This is super nerdy. But here's why. Jared, you might know this. How tall is an elf in the Lord of the Rings?
Elves are pretty tall, but I don't know specific height.
So elves in Lord of the Rings can be anywhere from 7 to 8 feet tall.
Jesus Christ.
So it's like...
I didn't even know that.
Absolutely. Have you ever seen...
have you ever seen an elf in real life?
Have you ever seen an elf? You loser. No, have you ever seen...
Orlando Bloom?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Orlando Bloom?
Bree's coming in. She was
have you ever seen Orlando Bloom stand next to Gandalf? He's like a whole head taller than him, I think, in a scene or two. And it's like...
No, I don't think I have.
There's a reason for that. It's because he's like... I think... what is his name? Legolas. I think Legolas is like... What? 6'8"? 7'1"? It was like... They say that elves in Lord of the Rings, none are smaller than 6'5". And that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was like, but that was our nerd moment. Now that Bree's back, we gotta act cool again. She's a girl.
Okay, Matt.
Bree?
Matt, how did you pass out at work?
Okay, so this happened before I was a law attendant at Sam's Club with my previous job.
Oh, yeah.
So what I did is I made food for basically
you did it.
the college students at MSOE.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really stupid. I had a moment of major stupidity. So we had this Sharpie marker that we used to write on wrappers and stuff, I guess. And because we work with food, obviously it got stuck. The lid got stuck on the Sharpie marker. So I had the bright idea of putting the little clip thing on the thing on the edge of a counter and slamming down on it as hard as I could.
It's not a beer bottle.
I know, but that cut my finger. And
what a surprise.
I've had worse injuries. I've dislocated my pinky, for Christ's sake. But for whatever reason, I get very lightheaded and short of breath almost immediately. Mm-hmm. And that goes on for about 2 hours. I'm standing by the sink cleaning it out. And then I show it to my boss, and he says, we gotta go to the first aid kit. Get a bandage on and stuff.
Yeah.
And at that point, my hearing becomes distant. And that's when I know shit is going down.
Shit is going down.
Because my hearing has never ended up like that before.
Because of a Sharpie marker?
Because I cut my finger for what I don't... Okay, actually, this is also important. I did have, like...
They're sharp.
Did an assassin in the distance hit you with a poison dart? What happened?
I forgot to mention this. Okay, but prior to this event, I had drank 3 16-ounce cups of Mountain Dew Kickstart.
You're an idiot. You're an absolute lunatic. That's how you give yourself a heart attack. So what happened was... he started bleeding, right, from this stupid incident.
Yeah.
And because he was coked up on Mountain Dew Kickstarters, he was straight up... His brain went into freak-out mode because he was bleeding, and you probably had a heart attack.
Well, let me finish the story. So we start walking over to the first aid kit. I don't even make it into the next room. Almost immediately, my vision starts going black. Like, when you stand up too quickly?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's, like, persistent.
Mm-hmm.
And...
It's weird.
I know.
He manages to get me to the first aid kit, and the last thing I remember is saying, I need a cup of water. And then the next thing I black out, and I wake up, and it feels like no time had passed at all.
Yeah.
And so when I come to... my boss, I'm sitting down in the next room over, and my boss is handing me a cup of water. So I was out long enough for him to pull me into the other room and go get a cup of water.
Oh,
So it's like when Dan was like at his camp and like he like blinked in one place, blinked in a new place.
Yeah. It's
Man, I can
basically like
teleport.
Nice.
So for some reason, the sensation of getting my ears pierced makes me feel like I'm going to pass out. Like I'm sure, I mean, a ton of people have their ears pierced, but it doesn't really hurt.
I like how you looked around to see.
I'm like, you're
I'm
all
sure
guys.
we have.
I'm
no.
sure, but it doesn't really hurt.
If
It
anyone,
just-
I feel like Dan would have his ears pierced.
You know
I was
what?
kinda
We'll talk
thinking
about
about
that. We'll talk
But-
about that.
So it doesn't really hurt, but for some reason the sensation makes me lightheaded, and I almost fainted. I think every time I've had to get my ears pierced. Well, not had to, but chose to. Which was like 3 times. I've almost fainted.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So it's funny you bring up the fact that if out of all of us, you'd think I'd have my ears pierced. And I always thought that getting your ears pierced was kind of
Gay?
Don't say it.
gay. Yeah. But, and I am not gay, but I started coming around to the idea of like, yeah, you know, as long as it's like not like a diamond stud, if it's just like
Just a casual thing.
casual thing, I could get my ears pierced. But actually, what I really want is getting something called snake bites, which is
The ones in your cheeks?
those
Those
right
Lip.
here on your bottom lip. And I wanted to get one of those and get like a ring to go there because I used to be very emo. like
Back in my
Like-
day, I used
like-
to be emo.
Edgelord.
when I was a
Dan.
sophomore.
I'd only
I
listen.
do, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, when I was a sophomore.
I'd only listen to My Chemical Romance and Pierce the Veil. Is that
You
true?
forgot Black Veil Bride. But yeah, no. In sophomore year, I had like red and black hair, and
Yeah,
I wore
I remember
leather. I mean, I want to dye my hair again and become like that punk, get like this, and like I have a bigger body now, so it'd be like hot. No, but I was always like,
tattoos.
I don't want any tattoos because personally, I think tattoos, especially on females, are very and touchy. It's like you have to be a certain kind of girl to pass it off. You
I'm
know what
offended as someone who has 2 tattoos and is a female.
But it's like you have to have like okay, a certain tattoo or like a kind of tattoo has to match like your face and the way you look and the way you present yourself. In my eyes, you have to actually really pull it off.
Also, having like tattoos that mean something to you too are a lot better than I like this tattoos.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like I work with someone that has just like a tattoo of a UFO. I'm like, oh, why'd you get that? And they're just like, it was half off tattoo day for Friday the 13th, so I just got a tattoo just because. And I'm like, no.
no,
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
what you
For
do.
a good reason.
Yeah, like Bree's tattoos have reasons. My tattoo has reason.
No, the worst tattoo is a tattoo of a meme.
Oh yeah, the one that's like it's only relevant. Like I've seen like Dat Boy tattoos and like the Catch Me
Yep.
Outside tattoos, and like that was only relevant for like 2 weeks.
Or like the stereotypical girly tattoos, like the infinity
Infinity symbol,
signs, or
yeah.
like the arrows,
Oh my god.
the birds,
So my
anchors.
I want somebody to get a tattoo of a Korork from Breath of the Wild, and it just says, "Yeah, haha, you found me."
This is like a hidden spot, like on your inner thigh or something, or like behind your knee.
It's on your butt crack.
Yeah, in between your butt cheeks.
So only the men in prison will see it.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, so it was funny that you said that infinity cheeky one because my mom and sister wanted me, her, and my sister to all get a tattoo of a dove going through an infinity symbol and putting it on her wrist. And I said, I'll draw it. I'm not getting it for obvious reasons.
Everything about that is stereotypical.
They absolutely
the
are.
bird, the infinity, and the arrow, like all in
And
one.
the placement is
Yeah, and on the wrist.
My sister constantly is like, "Mom, we should get matching tattoos. It'll be like the Star Trek symbol. We'll put it on our chest." And my mom's like, "No, also yes."
No, but also yes. But no, the tattoo I wanted to get was angel wings all down my back. Black and just black.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool.
That'd take forever. That'd be expensive too.
It's gonna
It hurts.
take so much.
Yeah.
It's like, I think we looked it up, and it's gonna cost, or at least one estimate said like $2,000, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Think of all the things
That's more
you
than
could
my
buy
college
for
tuition.
$2,000.
It's weird because like people are like, you know, getting tattoos isn't that bad. And I went in because I have my tattoo on my leg, and I was like, okay,
saxophone.
Yeah, my saxophone tattoo on my leg, and I'm like, you know, this isn't gonna be that bad. It's on my leg. It's not like an important, like vital, like something that's gonna hurt like your wrist or like your neck. But like it was so painful. Like I teared up, and like I had tears down my eyes. I had a excuse me. I had a washcloth in my mouth, and I was biting it because it hurt so much. It felt like someone took a thumbtack, put it in my leg, and then just dragged it down my leg.
See, so fun fact, Anthony and I have a tattoo on the same place on our legs, like almost exact placement. But we got them before we knew each other, so like it wasn't
Planned.
planned
Yours have a
whatsoever.
saxophone too?
No, mine is a rose with angel wings for my sister, who
Typical.
is no longer with us. But,
Tell that story.
The tattoo story?
or how my sister passed away. Which one? My tattoo story? Yes?
Both.
Both? Okay, I'm gonna finish talking about the tattoo. But when I got mine, I had my boyfriend at the time go with me, and I like held his hand really, really tight like the entire time. And I thought it hurt really, really bad at the time, but then I got one. It's on my back, like right below my neck, like right on my spine, like between my shoulder blades. And that one hurt so much worse. Like I can't even. It was so bad compared to the first one. I was like, wow, the first one was nothing compared to this. Even though when I got the first one, I thought it was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's like, it can't get worse, and it gets worse.
Then you look at those people that have like tattoos all over their bodies.
Well, some people are like, I enjoy getting tattoos. Like I enjoy it. It's a good pleasure. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Are you a sadist?
Yeah.
So, you know how you described it as, like, the thumbtack
Yeah.
being dragged through your skin? I always told people, like, you know saran wrap? The serrated edge that you use to, like, tear it off?
Yeah.
I tell them it feels like being scratched with that repeatedly. Like, really.
Oh, I've had that done before.
That's how I describe it. But, like, really hard and repeatedly.
This sounds painful as hell. Still I want a tattoo though.
I'm not getting a tattoo after hearing that.
Did you want a tattoo before, Matt?
Nope.
No.
But now I'm definitely not getting one.
Get the flash lightning bolt. I get a spider symbol on my back.
What? So wait, Jarod and Felipe, say that again?
I'm not sure what I would get for a tattoo. I assumed Felipe would get the flash lightning bolt somewhere. Yeah, I'd rather have a spider symbol than either my chest or my back.
God, you're so lame.
You're such nerds.
And a huge nerd, so yeah. That's why he's a good addition to the team.
Well, eventually, 10 years in the future, when we are all famous for our YouTube thing, we'll all get the QuestBros logo tattooed all on the same spot.
God.
No, I'm...
All in the
We would
same
just get
spot?
shirts. Make it
Fuck that.
Yeah, we'll just get shirts.
Yeah, I like that
better.
idea better. Where would we even put it though?
On our armpits.
Oh, that'd be so painful. Oh, no, I was going to say also another thing. I feel like most people who haven't got a tattoo have the misconception that it's one needle, right?
No, it's like
No,
5.
It's like 4 or 5, like, in a little row. I
Yeah.
feel like before I got it, I thought it was just, like, one. You know, like, I didn't
I think
think
it
that
depends.
through that it took more than one.
I
But, like, there's-
always thought of it like as a sewing machine where it goes.
that's basically it. But it's like, there's also different types because, like, there is the line needles and then there's the filling. So, like, I think, like, for mine, like, the lines, what might have been, like, at least 1 or 2 needles. But, like, it wasn't many. But, like, then when they did the shading and the filling in more, it was, like, 6 or 7.
I heard the filling's the part that hurts.
For me, it was actually better because, it was like, they both had their benefits and doubts. Because, like, the benefit of just the lines is that I could tell when they were going to be done. But, like, then also with the shading, before he did it, we took a break, and he was able to put, like a spray on my leg, and it, like, numbed it. So then that was fine. So it was a little bit better at least, but, like, you don't know when it's going to be done.
The shading feels a lot more scratchy and, like, rough, where the line is more of, like, a constant thing that you... That's what I would say.
It also always depends on placement, too.
Also,
Watch.
people say different colors hurt
Watch.
more,
Mine was
too.
all black.
Watch, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to get it. And I can show you a picture of what I want it to be, but I'm going to turn around and get my wings, and I'm going to come back and be like, guys, it was amazing. It felt so nice. And you guys are going to be like, you guys are sadists.
Yeah.
You're a sadist.
You're just like, I fell asleep during it. It was so peaceful. It was like a cat just stroking me with its paws.
I remember the day I got my first one. I walked in and there was like a girl getting this giant tattoo on her leg, and I was just like looking at her like, I don't know about this, like kind of second guessing myself, and I was like, does that hurt? And she just kind of shrugged at me, and I was like, okay.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, could you go through that pain over and over and over though? Like, is it like withstandable?
Yeah.
Do you think I could do that?
You could probably do it. I mean, I did it.
Do you think Jared could do that?
I think Jared, if I could do it, Jared could do it.
Do you think Mac?
I feel like it would be like in Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, where Han Solo is getting tortured. Just in the distance, you hear, ah, ah.
Yeah, no, but I was gripping the chair. I had a washcloth in my mouth, and I was like, ugh, like the entire time because it hurts.
No, I'm pretty sure I could do it if I did.
I've had surgery, so it's like, how bad could this be?
Yeah,
though.
they put all that stuff up in you and out of you.
I had my leg sewn up, and it's like I felt nothing except around the end. I actually felt like the string go like through my leg. I could start feeling that. And really, it didn't hurt or anything. By the way, if you're ever going to get stitches or anything, I recommend not looking at it. I mean, most people pass out when they do watch it. I didn't pass out. I wish I did. It's a gruesome sight. Who do you think is the least likely to get a tattoo out of the QuestBros?
George.
Everyone said George.
You guys said it more in unison when I asked it the first time.
Yeah.
I should have waited. That's absolutely crazy, though. I guess just because I hang out a lot with him. Not as much anymore because of college, and he never texts me. George, if you're listening to this, text me more often. It's a hang bro. But really? George? I think George could take it.
I just don't think he would. I just don't think he would want one.
Yeah, that's what I was
absolutely would want one. He'd get Sonic and Mario high-fiving.
He doesn't even like Sonic.
I don't know.
So, your stitches story reminded me of with my ankle. Flashback to when Anthony said I talk about my ankle.
She's having flashbacks.
Vietnam flashback.
But, so my ankle, I had ankle problems for like 2 years and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, which is probably why I talk about it so often because it lasted so long. But, so I had to get like an injection into my ankle that was supposed to make it feel better, and it was like x-ray guided. So they had it up on a screen, and then they told me I was kind of like watching them. Sorry, am I too far away?
No.
Okay, I was kind of watching them, like getting the needle ready and everything, and anticipating it, and I was looking at my ankle, and they told me, okay, we're going to start now. You should look away from your ankle. And so I looked away from my ankle, but looked directly at the x-ray screen where you could see, like, inside what was going on. And it was, like, 10 times worse than looking at my ankle would have been.
I don't know. Because when I had my gash in my leg, it went all the way down and just missed my main artery. And when they were stitching me up, I saw everything. Because they cleaned up all the blood and stuff, and I bled a lot, but they saw everything.
Anthony's like, I'm getting queasy here.
Okay, so I was telling Bree about this a little bit ago. So Jared has this dream that I'm ready to make it a reality of all of us going to San Diego Comic-Con and making a road trip out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Right?
All right.
I had this idea for, like, every time one of us is driving, we each pick, like, music to have during our, like, shift.
Mm-hmm.
I'd blast death metal.
Yeah, same.
I mean, this, okay, so I'm
All
thinking,
mine would be rock.
like, I've almost, like, started to plan this. The only thing I don't have is, like, exact money, but I've, like, looked into some of this. So I'm thinking if we do it, we graduate 2020 and we'd be 23 at that time. If we go at least when we're 28,
Holy crap.
we would go when we're 28. It would be probably 2 weeks, and it would probably cost us $3,000 each.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
First, I think we should go younger than that.
Younger?
Yeah.
Some people might have kids by then.
Maybe. I don't know.
I can name 2 people who will, possibly.
Yeah.
Do it.
Enjoy. But anyway.
No, I want to hear who he's going to say. Name your 2 people who you think are going to have kids.
Dalton and Joy.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 2 couples.
No. 2
Yeah.
people.
No, not couples, just 2 people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, if we can do it sooner, great. But I mean, maybe like rent once we're done with college, like once we all graduate. But I'll explain my reasonings too. So $3,000, because the idea is we'd rent an RV, and we would, and it'd go cross country. We go through the top half of the states on the way there, and then the bottom half of the states on the way back.
But I did mention I have an uncle that has an RV that he could lend us.
Yeah, so that could also bring the price down. But then also, so I'm thinking, say it's $1,000 each for the RV. That's including like gas and stuff, and then $1,000 for spending throughout all the states, and then $1,000 for spending at Comic-Con. That sounds reasonable, right? When you think about it,
What about hotel?
we'd stay in the RV.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like everyone would have shifts.
Okay,
we would rotate.
Have you ever been in a car longer than a day?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know how uncomfortable it is to sleep in a car?
This would be an RV. Like there would be like an actual room
there's like
in it.
beds. There's
There
like
there
actual
would be
beds.
like a couch on it.
I mean,
like-
I like sleeping down right on the floor of a car as much as the next guy.
no, this will have like tons of room. Like there will be a bathroom in there. There will be an actual room with a bed in it. There will be like 2 kitchen. Like these are like we're talking like full RV.
For some reason, when you said
do you
RV,
think
I
it's
wasn't
like
thinking
camper?
of trailer home. I was thinking more along the lines of van.
no, like an actual like big RV. Like like that type of RV.
Like the Extreme Makeover Home Edition kind.
Yeah. I think that would be. I think $3,000, 2 weeks. Like our senior, like the summer after our senior year.
Yeah. There
What
may be a
happens when
slight
someone
problem
takes
with
a
that, 'cause
dump?
My dad's like, as soon as you turn 21, we're gonna go to friggin' Napa Valley and drink to our heart's content, and then we're gonna drive back on Route 66. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay,
Dad.
cool.
So what happens when someone stinks up the RV?
Bam. Speaking for
Throw 'em
himself.
out.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, if anything, we can take rest stops.
Quick out of it.
But like we could still take rest stops and everything. But then I think we'd have like a schedule. Like this person will drive for 2 hours, and then they'll have a co-pilot with them.
Come on, be real. You know, I'm driving 10 hours. You're driving 10 hours.
Well, because
and that's
I know you would drive, I would drive, and Jared would drive for sure. I mean, if ever anyone else wants to drive, sure.
Don't we need to get our license for RVs?
No.
No.
No, they count as a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
My
But
dad-
it's like you have to be like 23 to rent a car. That's why I'm saying we do this. Like when
But
we're
she
like,
has an RV.
oh yeah.
just
Well, no,
use
yeah.
it.
I know. I mean, like if you get it from like a deal, like if you like actually rent it, if it's big enough.
It should be big enough.
We have to
My
see.
dad, grandpa, uncle.
You know
and some other
Dalton's not
people-
coming with us.
He might. You never know.
Be real. He's not
Drag
coming
him
with
there.
us.
We'll
Yeah, we'll drag him with us. But yeah, no. So that's my idea.
Kidnap him.
So this idea is happening like
Cosplay is
next
our
year,
smash dream.
probably
That's also a
now.
dream of mine.
So what I'm really saying is, out of Jared's idea and me putting more details into it, just start saving now.
Well,
You save
I mean,
$10 a week, you might have it by then.
Well, the thing is,
I don't
gonna be
make
moving
$10 a
soon,
week.
To where?
Just a new house.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna need to buy a bunch of furniture because a lot of mine's pretty outdated.
That's why he said 28.
Like 2020.
20
like 2022.
2020 is when I graduate.
Yeah, 2021, 21, 22.
Yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah.
So it can't happen next year.
No, this
You know
won't
what I'm
actually
saying?
be next year.
No,
I was.
I know you were joking, but still, I gotta put you in your place.
Oh, yeah, really?
Oh.
Not even 2018.
No.
Who's not what?
Not, he said not.
Not even 2018 yet, so we still have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got time. You've got time, get that money all set. Maybe by then we'll be famous and people will know us at Comic-Con.
I hope
you-
not.
I finally finished the novel.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
one wants to
really?
know who I am.
Look, I've made it to 40,000 words. I'm only halfway there on the word count, and I found out that usually the first books are shorter than like the rest of the books in the series.
Yeah, like if you look at the Harry Potter books, the first one's really short compared to like the last one. That's also because you're just starting off too.
True.
There's something else I was going to say about that. Oh yeah, I saw you were at 121 pages.
Yep, and still going strong.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Double it and we'll be done.
Yeah.
I've been spending 6, almost going on 7 years on it now.
Holy crap.
Have you proofread it?
No.
That's our job. Everyone is going to read it, and we're all going to proofread it.
Fair enough.
We'll have 7
I remember
editors
when
on
he
it.
gave me the first chapter.
And you were just like drilling into it, like this doesn't make any sense. This is not what we discussed. It's like this was my dream.
Yeah, senior or junior year, he gave me the first chapter of it. You gave like 3 other people the first chapter, from what I know, and I read the whole thing. And on top of drilling him, because we had totally different ideas, because we were discussing it before, but on top of drilling him for that, I drilled him for a bunch of like things that didn't make sense or didn't add up, or things that just like jumped from one page to another. I was ruthless.
Yeah, you're like, no, I'm gonna shit all over you.
Jared, and just put
like,
anything.
And the thing you gave me, I'm gonna set it on fire.
Yeah,
Basically.
Jared, if you didn't have a friend like me to shit on your dreams,
Then what kind of friend am
what
I?
kind of friend am I? Yeah.
Not
I don't know. Very, very open friend, I'd say.
A nicer one.
True.
All right, so I think this is a good place to wrap up. Then it's
We
almost
still
midnight.
have 6 minutes.
It's okay. We don't want to run it down to the timer.
I'm like falling asleep here.
Okay. So,
Well, all you need to do is have 3 Mountain Dew
Kickstarts.
Kickstarted,
Right?
and then you'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then when you're
you'll,
ready to go to
pass
bed,
out.
yeah, and then when you're ready to go to bed, just cut your hand and you're out.
QuestBros does not advise cutting.
No, we do not advise anything. This is we are
No.
we are professionals.
Dude, I was seeing
We're
colors.
professional dumbasses.
One day we'll make enough money to be actually get that title.
Yeah. So
Professional.
yeah. Well, okay, we'll wrap it up. Thank you all, everyone, for listening. This has been the QuestBros, and this is our podcast, Side Quest Live. So thank you again for listening. Again, with me, I have
Daniel.
dramatic pause. We also have
I'm gonna spike the mic.
no. Oh my god! It's already spiking right now.
Matthew.
We had Matthew. We also
McConaughey.
have.
I'm Bree.
Thank you, Bree. And then the 2 from the Great White North.
Why the Great White?
And Felipe.
Good job. Good job, boys. Stop. Stop it. All right, guys.
What
thank
was
you.
everyone's nickname?
Dan, you came up with the nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
T-Relly.
Okay. Yours T-Relly. Mine's Deeger. Yours was Mapski. Hers was Freezer. I gotta come up with one for Felipe.
What was Jared's?
His was Jelly Burger.
Jelly Burger.
Call me the Jabberwocky.
Oh, Jabberwocky. Sure, we'll call him the Jabberwocky.
Yeah. All right. So this has been the QuestBros, and this has been Side Quest. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to give us a like, favorite, subscribe, and all that stuff. If you're listening on the radio, if you're listening on the internet, thank you for listening, and we will catch you guys next time.